that want to come see Clemson, and I think that's pretty cool. But at the end of the day, it's not just getting players and filling your class; it's getting the right guys. That's really where the success comes from. It's getting the right guys that fit your culture, the philosophy of the program, that love football, that their heart's in it, and they're guys that you're not going to have to chase to the weight room, guys that are truly committed to being a young person of excellence in everything that they do. We wouldn't have got a Christian Wilkins 7 years ago. But because of our success, we reach out to a guy, and he's like, yeah, I'd love to come see Clemson. And all of a sudden he comes and sees it, and he's like, wow, okay, I like this place. And then he goes to other schools, and he ends up coming to Clemson. And I think that's the biggest difference from where we were, obviously, when we started, because now we can go out and we got some results that we can share, about the vision of our program and the academic success, the athletic success, the development, as opposed to 8 years ago, this is what we hope to go do and build.
Coach, your next to last question will come from the cameras in the very back. He's got his hand in the air.
Okay.
Zach Glover, WDBJ7. Coach, what was it like seeing Virginia Tech become a contender for an ACC title again, and what's it going to be like going back to Blacksburg this year after it's been a few years?
I think the last time we were up there was 2011, I believe, and it's not surprising at all to see Virginia Tech, back in the championship game. I've got a tremendous amount of respect for Coach Fuente. He is a great football coach, and I almost hired him myself in 2011, and I knew that he was destined for great things, and when he got that Virginia Tech job, in fact, I told the AD when I saw him at one of the meetings, I said, man, you think you hired a good guy, but I'm telling you hired a great football coach. He'll do a heck of a job at Virginia Tech with the great tradition they have there, the great resources, the passion of their fan base. So I wasn't surprised at all. They're a tough football team, and even tougher up there. I've been up there a couple times. It's a really, really difficult place to play, and will certainly be a big challenge for us early, I guess, September when we go up there.
Your last question, Coach, second row to our left.
Coach Steve Reed from the Associated Press. I read in your media guide here, your preseason guide, you guys are losing 78% of your production on offense, and
what are we going to do? Oh man!
What are you going to do? I mean, how do you replace that, and how do you do that and get back to another national championship game?
Recruit. You go recruiting. That's what you do. You don't sit around and pout about it. That's just the nature of college football. I think that's what makes college football so exciting and so much fun, and it's different. Guys, there's change every year. It's a new team, and we when Taj Boyd was gone, it was, how are you going to replace Taj Boyd? Well, we went and got a guy named Deshaun Watson, and he did okay. When Vic Beasley left, oh my God, well, how are you going to replace Vic Beasley? Well, we got a guy named Cleveland Ferrell. He did all right last year. Nobody knew about him this time last year. How are you going to replace Grady Jarrett? Well, we went and got a Christian Wilkins. You go recruit, and then you develop your players. And I think that's probably one of the things that we do best is we develop our players. And so when guys get their opportunity, they're prepared. And I can give you example after example after example, whether it was a Kevin Dodd, a guy like that, or a Vic Beasley who developed and as a redshirt junior becomes a starter for the first time. So we prepare those guys. That's why, Wayne Gallman's gone to the Giants now, but we've got 3 good backs that are ready. And we lost Leggett, and Leggett was a mainstay for us. But we've got good tight ends, and we lost Mike Williams, but we got some pretty good players coming back. I got a guy named Deion Kane that's played at a high level for us. It's kind of his time, and so it's just next man up. And if you recruit well and you develop well, then you can sustain consistency, which is really what we're trying to do, is just be a consistently competitive program that's in position to compete for this conference. Because if we can compete for this conference year in and year out, hey, we're going to have those years where we get it done. So I love our roster. I love the fact that you make a comment like that, because that's fuel. That's that edge that some of those guys need. You know, nobody's asking me about Deion Kane yet. It's one of the best receivers in the country. He's had unbelievable moments. Not one word. We're talking about a guy that's gone, and I'm focused on the guys that are here. And I think we've got – it's a very fair question, because it's a lot of production. I think that's the natural thing to do, is you just look at a piece of paper and you say, wow, you know, and you don't know these guys. But come mid-season, you're going to know a lot of these guys. And by the end of the season, we're not going to be talking about all those guys that aren't here anymore. If we are, we're going to be talking about how good they're doing at the next level, because we got good players that are ready to emerge. And you know, we'll be a team that's led in the trenches. We've got everybody back in the offensive line except one guy. We've got all of our starters back up front except Carlos. So we'll be all right. We'll be just fine.
Coach, thank you.
Okay, thank you, guys.